Hey guys, today I'm going to show you some very cool party tricks with just a rubber band and a pen and of course a little coin for a party, and right then I'll explain that, so let's dive into it. I have here a pen, and if I just pull enough, the pen can penetrate the rubber band, and if it's once in the rubber band, the pen also can penetrate the rubber band again and go out. For the next very cool trick, you can just have a rubber band, put it like that into your hands, and you can just make this rubber band appear and vanish. This is just a very little trick, but very powerful. This is another very cool trick with just a coin and a pencil. The coin can be vanished just like this. You place it into your hand, tap 3 times, but now the pen instead of the coin disappeared. That is a very cool trick if, for example, all around you are staying people and you don't want to need to watch out of your angle. So then you can just hold your coin flat in the hand like this, tap with the pen twice on it, and the third time I showed from this view, you're just placing the pen on your ear. So nobody will see that if you're doing that in card speed. For this last trick, we just need a pencil and a rubber band. For this last very cool trick, you can just place the rubber band between your both ring fingers, place the pen above, and then very slowly, very fair, you just let the pen penetrate the rubber band. This isn't real magic, but it looks like what for a great trick, and now let's learn all these illusions. Okay, now for letting the pen come into the rubber band, we do the following. Stretch the rubber band a bit, and now the audience are there, so that is the front and here is the back. Now from the back, our left pinky is coming and going like this into the rubber band. So one string is behind and the other one on the right. Now this is hidden, so our setup, and now we are placing both strings of the rubber band on the line here of the last piece of our middle finger. So in this position, we can pull a bit down so these two strings will stay there. And our index finger is placing at the same position and holding that, so we could now hold the rubber band in this position. Now we are placing both strings as if that would be a normal rubber band over the index finger, and the other end we hold with our thumb. So from the ego perspective, that will look like this, and from the front it will look like this. You can see there is this little piece that isn't natural, but it's just there, so a few centimeters away from the eye of the spectators, they will not see anything. And if we now place where our index finger is, our pinky finger is, the pen, just like this, we can now show our audience this whole construction just like that. And now we can just go to the rubber band, and if we then with our index finger lift a little bit up, our pen would come into that. So once again, pinky finger is coming from the back in there. We are creating this illusion of the real rubber band, and then we can go in like that. Try to make that a bit natural. So really, if you're placing that into that, then pull a bit back so that it really looks like your pencil would be in the middle of the rubber band, and maybe do something like this. 1, 2, and the last time you're going a bit like this with your index and thumb finger, and going a bit deeper with the pen into the rubber band, and then leave with the index finger, and it looks like the pen would penetrate the rubber band. So we right now have done this. Wait. So this was the setup for letting the pencil
of the pen into the rubber band. And now to let the pen come out of the rubber band, we do the following part. So our hand grabs the rubber band, and this time the pinky is coming from the front. So not from the back, from the front. We are pulling again and do almost exactly the same setup, except for our pinky is coming from the front. And now we also place this rubber band above, and now have our pen here in this situation. And now we can just go into the rubber band where our pinky was, pull a bit, and if we then pull into that direction, this looks from the front like this, and then this happens. And the pen just penetrates the rubber band again.
That trick is actually very easy. You're just placing it like this, twirling, middle finger twirling, ring finger twirling, pinky. And now you're grabbing with your left hand like this, twirl like so, shaking twice, and then we're just switching hands. That is kind of easy, so 1, 2, 3. And the second time we're again just letting the rubber band appear in one move, because after these two shakes, somebody could notice that the other hand is now grabbing around. But if you're doing that like this, shaking twice, and let it back appear, that will be very hard to figure out if you see that the first time. Don't shoot it a second time, so really place it just between your hands. 1, 2, go on, there. And it's completely clean. You go out, you can go to the next trick, what brings us to the next pencil trick, where the pencil can just penetrate the rubber band. So we actually place the rubber band between our two ring fingers. What we now do, we go with our left hand down to pick up the pen. During that, our right hand, maybe with our elbow, is on the table, so our right and left hand, there's a lot of space between both. And during our left hand is going down to the pencil, the focus is now on the pen. Our thumb can reach into this rubber band and go up. So this would be like a squall. So elbow on the right, on the table, we are grabbing the pencil, our thumb goes in, and now to make sure that nobody sees this, with our middle finger we are placing down the rubber band like this. So here is now a very little gap.
If you want to rest for a longer time in that position, you can do this. So now you don't have to hold it here and you don't have to watch out that the rubber band is floating away like that. And then you can place the pen between index of your left and thumb of your right hand, and go sometimes a bit down, and even press the rubber band, then everything looks a bit better.
Before you really now let the pen penetrate the rubber band,
you take out the middle finger out of this thing, and then you have to watch out that your index finger is behind the rubber band, so it's not holding it on, because then it would look like this and there's nothing penetrating. So move your index finger of your right hand a bit backwards, and then during putting the pen down like this, leave with your middle finger the rubber band, so it looks like this. And then you can go down, up, leave it very slowly, and show that it's really in there.
And if we're timing that good enough, then that looks like this. Watch out that you're not showing the trick towards the audience on your right. Twirl a little bit like this so that your right hand covers a bit of your bad stuff, of your dirty hand. A little bit to cover that moment, move like this, so that will help, as if the rubber band must be a bit more long that the pencil can really go through. So now you're able to do 5 of my most loveliest party tricks. I would like to share a few more with you, if you want to. Whoops. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And yeah, have fun with these very cool party tricks.